The digital world is really vital if we want to understand children and young people's mental health in the 21st century. And with so many young people now using social media, the importance in their lives and for their mental health of digital technologies is substantial. In this paper by Sonia Livingstone, Amy Orben and Candice Odgers, we argue that young people's online activities are constantly tracked, generating data, but that is only generally accessible to digital companies. So it's hard to get the data for the independent research on youth well-being, and it's also difficult to implement evidence-based recommendations to improve digital platforms without the cooperation of digital companies. So academics, we argue, face a dilemma. Some hold that academics should not collaborate with companies, as this will compromise their intellectual independence, their professional reputation, and their public credibility. So they have to find other methodologies, other forms of intervention to improve youth mental health in a digital world. And then other academics argue that they should collaborate. We should collaborate with companies precisely to gain the needed high quality data to test the efficacy of proposed improvements to widely used platforms in situ and to develop digital interventions that can be implemented at scale. And we know that funding bodies often demand exactly this kind of collaboration and pathways to impact.
Both of these positions are advocated with much conviction across the academic landscape and often stand in critical judgment of each other. Yet the question of whether to collaborate with industry remains largely a matter for an individual researcher to consider and determine for themselves. We as academics haven't found a collective space in which to debate these options, weigh up the alternatives, and learn from each other, and also utilize the power of collectives and evolving best practices. Our academic institutions and ethics review boards are also not of much help here. So building a consensus on research directions in collaborating with digital companies is urgent, given the needs and clear benefits for the millions of children that are using digital platforms every day. In this article, we propose that the question of whether or not we should be working with companies and under which conditions is really important to understand. For instance, we suggest that for the purposes of debate, research designed to identify problems linked to digital engagement should be conducted independently, while research may be designed to develop intervention to improve young people's mental health could be conducted collaboratively. But both such approaches need to adhere to open science principles that allow for transparency, replication, and ultimately research and interventions that benefit young people. We invite any readers to join this debate. Thank you.